core. So we're going to begin on our backs this afternoon. So find your mat and then come to, I guess, the middle of the mat on your backs. And then gently rest your back down to the floor. Press the soles of your feet together. Knees will naturally fall out to the side. This is your Supta Baddha Konasana position. Try to flatten all of your spine as well. Now bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, or both hands on your thighs, just to give gravity a little bit more of a pull down with the knees. Whatever you're needing this evening. Or hands out wide, palms facing up, and just close your eyes. And just settle in. Take some deep breaths in and out of the nose, sealing your lips, your Ujjayi breath. And just do a full body check. How is the body feeling this afternoon? Trying to clear the mind, just focusing on the breath. Try to relax the shoulders as much as you can in this position as well. And already you'll start to feel that stretch coming from the groin. Bring your awareness there. If this is too intense a pose to start with, whoever can find a better position, maybe place the feet down on the floor and just gently window wipe them to the left and to the right. You're very welcome to do that as well. But for those who are in Supta Baddha Konasana, just notice the stretch from the inner groin, the inner legs, relaxing the shoulders. Again, come back to your breathing nice and softly in through the nose and out through the nose. And just come into your space. Yoga is often a place that we come to, we have to get into a sort of zone, just like with our swimming, any sport that we do, even in walking, we find that meditation through our movement. But with yoga, we often set ourselves up at the beginning of class, prepping the body, prepping the mind. So here's your opportunity now. Don't worry about what's coming later, what you've done today, just focus on being incredibly present for class. And maybe set an intention as well, what you'd like to achieve. Maybe a new posture, maybe learning something new about the body. Maybe it's just getting through the class, feeling good, feeling inspired. Or maybe focusing on your flexibility or core, whatever element you want to focus on. Just set that intention now. Breathe it in and breathe it out. Good, open your eyes and then draw your knees together, use the hands. We're going to bend our knees in towards our chest. Just notice that spine gently unraveling. Maybe the tailbone lifts off the floor. And then lengthen your left leg down to the floor, keep the right knee tucked in and switch out through this a couple of times, okay? So right leg long, left knee squeezes in. Use your hands interlace to pull on that kneecap, draw it in towards you. Good, and then switch out, already feeling that core activated, yes? So that lower back is staying nice and flat, that core is feeling locked in. Good, keep flowing through this a couple of times, helping to open up the hip flexors and just awaken that hip. Good, for 3, for 2, and 1. Very nice. Draw your knees into your chest, cross your ankles, rock up and down the spine maybe 3 times. I always say 3 because it's the magic number. So find that rock up and down 3 times, and then come into your tabletop, so swivel yourself around. Again, coming back to that tabletop we know quite well, we're going to just open the shoulders up. So make sure the knees are hip distance, hands are shoulder distance. Take an inhale, lift that left shoulder up, opening the twist, gentle thoracic spine twist. And then exhale, thread the needle, left shoulder, left cheek down to the floor. Keep the hips up high, notice that stretch from the back of the arm. Good, inhale, use that breath, lift up. Exhale, thread the needle, left shoulder, left cheek to the ground. Very nice, everyone. One more time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, thread the needle. Now stay here for 2 breaths. In that 2 breaths, you can reach your right arm to the front of the mat. Just notice how it lengthens the right side of the body. Good, one more breath. Good, press yourself back up to your tabletops nice and slowly. Inhale, left arm to the ceiling. And then, sorry, your right arm to the ceiling, and then lower down, right cheek to the floor, looking to the left. Using your breath, inhale, lift, open up, chest forward. Exhale, thread the needle. Nice, everyone. One more time, inhale, right arm up. And exhale, thread the needle. Again, we're here for 2 breaths. You can keep your left hand in place, or you can reach it towards the front of the mat. One more breath. Very nice. Come back to your tabletop. Let's tuck our toes under, hover the knees off the floor for a second, and then shift back to your downward facing dog, looking through the ankles, wandering the feet, maybe bending one leg and straightening the other, just activating the calf on each leg and our hamstring. Flow through each leg, press your fingers nice and wide, spread them wide as well. Remember, pushing your weight across the palm and the fingers. Just like how we swim, we're not just using the wrists, we're taking the whole hand through our stroke. Okay, so help train it here. Good, looking to the back of the room, let's nod our head a couple of times. Bring some looseness to that head. Very nice. Inhale, look forwards at your hands. Bend your knees, slowly make your way forwards, and then bring yourself to your halfway lift. So lifting up through the spine, nice long back. Good, everybody. Feel the length through the hamstrings here. Exhale, fold hands to the floor. And then slowly wind all the way up to standing. Come to standing. Reach your hands up to the ceiling. Find that length in your Tadasana. And then bring your hands back to heart center. We're here for 2 breaths. We're in our heart center. Just relaxing here. Try to focus on the shoulders. Keeping the hands pressed together in front. Good. Breathe for 3. Come back to that intention, everyone. Breathe for 2. Breathe for 1. Lovely. Inhale your hands up. Lift and lengthen through the spine, lifting the chin. Find that reach. Exhale, swan dive your hands down to the floor, bringing the hands down. Now step your feet out wide here. Find your ragdoll. Grabbing the elbows. Remember that chin tucked into the chest. Looking to the back of the room. Already you're going to feel that length through the back of the legs. Shifting that weight left and right. You're going to place our left hand down to the floor. Bend your knees a little bit more. Inhale your right arm up to the ceiling. Good. Add some big circles now down to the floor, lifting up. Now you don't have to bend your knees that much. You can really straighten them out if you'd like to. Just notice how your flexibility is, or where your flexibility is. Maybe even play around with it, bending the knees and then straighten both of them. Okay, just focus on that. Big circles with the right arm for 3. Ooh, warming up the shoulder for 2. Nice, everybody. For 1, take your right shoulder behind you. Lean forwards and then take your left arm behind you. Tuck the chin into the chest, extend the arms or interlace the fingers if you like. Opening up the shoulders. Good. Looking to the back of the room. And just notice sometimes your fingers can interlace and your wrists may not touch. But at other times you might find that touching of the wrists. So just notice your flexibility. Where is it? Where would it like to be? Or where would you like it to be? And play around with it. Good. Take your right hand down to the floor. Twist up with the left hand, reaching up to the ceiling, and big circles with the left hand. Now again, play around with the knees. You can bend the knees as much as you need to, and then maybe straighten them out at the same time, okay? So warming the knee joint up. Make sure they stay in line. I like to use my lower arm, my forearm to keep them in line. Otherwise, keep it down on the floor. Big circles with the left arm for 3. Good, for 2. And 1 again, take the hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers if you'd like, and then fold the hands forwards and over. Again, looking to the back of the room. Gently sway to the left and the right now. Hold and breathe for 3, for 2. As swimmers, we're well known to having very flexible shoulders. For 1, bring your hands down to the floor. Toe heel the feet together now, and then roll all the way up the spine nice and slowly. When we come to the top, chin lifts last, then reach the arms up. Big inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice, everyone. Okay, we're going to flow. Reach the hands up. Big inhale. Big exhale, fold forwards through the middle, opening and unraveling the spine. Inhale to your halfway lift. Now notice the weight in the feet as we halfway lift. Shift it forwards to the toes, just lightly off the heels. Exhale to forward. Bring the weight back to the heel now. Good. Press your hands into the floor. Step your right leg back, then your left leg back into your first high plank. And then slowly lower down to your low plank and then to the floor. Nice. Untuck the toes. Inhale to cobra, lifting the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades back behind you. Exhale, gently fold forwards, bringing that chest back down. Tuck your toes, listen carefully. Push yourself back to your Puppy pose, the knees staying together, reaching your arms forwards, and then lower your forehead down to the ground. Notice my feet are tucked under, but you can have them untucked if you'd like. You might find a bit more of a pull in the lats as you do this. So feet can stay tucked under, just helps to keep the hips a little bit higher. Breathe here for a couple of moments, finding that length in the back of the spine, the arms reaching forwards, lats opening. Breathe for 3. Good, for 2. And 1, good. Inhale, lift up your chest, come back down to the floor, folding down. Untap the toes one more time. Inhale, lift up to cobra, press the tops of the feet into the floor. Look to the left, and then look to the right. Nice, everyone. Fold forwards, lay flat, tuck your toes, shift up to your half plank or your full plank, and then your downward facing dog. Good, keep your hands in line. So you don't really need to move your hands when you're moving from the floor up to your plank and then to your downward dog, but it's more about the feet, placement of the feet. Good, we're gonna lift up our left leg as high as we can. Bend the knee, open the hip over to the left. So think about stacking the left hip or the left side of the hip over the right side, okay? So really try and find that height with the left side. Imagine it's facing to the side of the room. If you can't quite get that hip stacked, just bend the knee and push it backwards. We're pushing it over to the right, okay? Sink your right heel down to the ground as well. The more surface area on the floor, the more stability you'll have. But some people may not be able to get the heel down, but don't worry too much. Again, spreading the weight evenly in both hands. Press into the palms and the fingers. Hold and breathe for 3. Building strength here for 2. And 1, lovely. Come back to center. Bring the left knee across to your right elbow and hold. Look to the right. Point the toes. Good, and then push back to 3-leg down dog. And then sink the left foot down. Switching out, inhale the right leg high. Bend your knee, and then stack your right hip over your left hip. Look over to the right. Good, underneath your right armpit. Breathe, push away from the floor, find that length. Press your left heel into the ground. For 3. I know I keep saying it, but do, breathe. For 3. Good, for 2. Press the weight evenly into the hands. For 1. Come forwards to center, then bring that right knee across to your left elbow. Point the toes, look to your left. And then kick back to your 3-leg down dog. Lovely, everyone. From here, walk your hands back to your feet. Grab the elbows one last time into your rag doll. Again, shifting to the left and to the right. Tuck the chin into the chest. And catch your breath. Notice what's going on in the body. Notice how you're feeling. Whether you're feeling stiff, sore, relaxed, soft. Take any tension away from the shoulders here. Very nice. Walk your hands forwards. Find that high plank, everyone. Align the hands with the shoulders. Step the feet back if you need to. Good. Squeeze your belly button in. Good. Push your shoulders to the ceiling. Spread the fingers wide. Check the feet at hips distance apart. Flow through your chaturanga. So if you'd like to flow through chaturanga fully, go ahead. Otherwise, everyone lower your knees. Take the toes off the floor. Slowly lower the chest down. Flip the tops of the feet into the floor. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Remember, those shoulders are not leaning forwards. We're pushing them back towards the back of the room, exposing the collarbones. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Nice, everybody. All right, take an inhale. Reach up your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step through to your hands. Take the left foot forwards about a step into your warrior 1. So warrior 1, right foot on right side, left foot on left side. Left toes out 45 degrees. Bend into the front knee. Inhale your hands up to the ceiling. Good, really reach towards the ceiling for 3. If you can't feel anything, you need to have the weight on the right and the left, not ankle behind ankle, okay? You need to work on balance in this position and a front bend and a stretch on the back leg. Whichever leg is behind you, find that stretch down the hamstring and the calf. Reaching up to the ceiling for 3. For everyone who's stayed here, well done. For 2. And 1, lovely. Bring your hands down to the floor. Take the left leg behind the right leg. Okay, so left leg behind the right leg into your jiva squat. Keep both hands on the floor if you need to. Bend slightly with the right knee. Make sure the knees are aligned. Bring your hands to heart center. Find that balance. Okay, lift up the chest a little further. For 3. Breathe. for 2, for 1. Good. Place the hands down on the floor. Step that left leg back all the way into your low lunge. So low lunge, making sure the front knee is in line with the front ankle. Back leg is long. Hands either side of your right foot. Just notice that left hip flexor opening up. And then gently drop the left knee down to the floor. Untuck the left toes. Inhale the hands up to the ceiling. Pushing the hips forwards and down for 3. Find that reach and lift and lengthen for 2. And 1. Place the hands down. Take the back knee off the floor. Sweep the right leg back to your high plank, chaturanga. Lower down halfway. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Remember your shoulders, push them to the back of the room. Lift up the chest. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Nice work, everyone. Take a couple of moments, reassess in your downward dog. Now, for those who've done yoga with me and up until now, hopefully your downward dog is feeling a lot more easy to hold. Keeping the hips as high as you can. Playing with the heel position, sinking them down to the floor, or keeping some movement in your downward dog. Remember the placement of your hands and your feet. Some people have placement areas on the mats. So some yoga mats actually give you areas where you need to step depending on your height. That's quite helpful too. But I always like to say just hands shoulder distance apart, feet hips distance apart. Take a big inhale, lift up your left leg high now. Good. Exhale, slowly step forwards between your hands and then take your right leg 1 step forwards. Good. Point the right toes out to the side. Make sure left is on left, right is on right. Inhale the hands up, bend into the front knee, warrior 1. Good. Reaching up to the ceiling. Here we're already working on balance, left side, right side. So make sure those back toes out 45 degrees, reaching towards the ceiling, pushing the chest forwards for 3, for 2, and 1. Lovely. Slowly bring the hands down to the floor. Keep that bend in the left knee. Take the right leg behind the left. So align the knees. Make sure they're not pointing out to the side. So from front on into your jiva squat. Okay. Good. So knee behind knee. Yes. Nice. Keep the chest up 45 degrees. Looking towards the floor. Pressing into the hands. Now flex that back foot behind you for 3. The more you bend into the left leg, the more tricky it is. Push the shoulders back for 2. Nice work, everyone, for 1. Good. Slowly lower the hands down to the floor. Take that right leg back all the way into your low lunge. You might need to bring the foot forwards, but find that low lunge, yes? Good. Back leg long. Hand either side of the left foot. And then slowly bring that right knee down. Untuck the right toes. Good. Big inhale. Reach the hands up to the ceiling. Feel that right side hip flexor opening here. For 3. And breathe through it. For 2. Nice, everybody. For 1. Slowly bring the hands down either side of the left foot again. Take the right knee off the floor. Sweep that left leg back. Find your high plank and hold. Good. Breathe, everybody, for 3. Push the shoulders away from the ceiling. For 2. And 1. Lower down to your elbows. Lowering down to the elbows. Let's move to the left. So find that left elbow. Side plank on the left. Keep the hips up high. Reach the right arm up. If this is too difficult, come to your hand. Lower the knee down. Good. For 3. Come on, guys. For 2. And 1. Nice. Come to the front. Elbows reach over to the right side this time. Last side. Lift that left arm up. Push the hips high. Stack the feet. Breathe. For 3. Press into the floor with your right hand. For 2. And 1. Nice. Come onto your front elbow plank. Push up to your high plank. And then chaturanga. Firing the arms. Nice, everybody. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. We'll have that break in a minute. Keep it going, everybody. All right, so we're going to flow through that sequence now. So think about breath, posture, flow. Breathing for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale the left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hips, stack the hip into your scorpion dog. Lovely. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, left knee across to right elbow. Point the toes and hold. Look to your right, push away from the floor. Good. Push back to your 3-leg down dog. And then lower down the left foot. Inhale the right leg high. Find that scorpion dog, bend the knee. Stack the hip. Look to the right. Nice, everybody. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring that right knee across to the left elbow as far as you can. Flex the point the toes. Look to the left. Push the shoulders up. Nice. Step back to your downward facing dog. Whew. From here, lift up the right leg high. Exhale, step through to you, find your warrior one. Okay, so find that alignment. Front foot forwards, back foot steps forwards, one step. Point the toes out 45 degrees. Inhale the hands up, bend nicely into the front leg. For 3, for 2, for 1, bring the hands down to the floor. Keep that bend in the front knee. Take the back leg behind, find your Jiva squat. Keep your hands on the floor if you need to, or bring your hands to heart center, find that balance. Good, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, hands to the floor, step back to your low lunge. Nice and slow and controlled, guys. I don't want to see anyone stepping back and shifting their hips too much, okay? Then slowly lower your left knee down. Untuck the left toes. Good, big inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Big exhale, hands back down. Take the back knee off the floor, inhale. Exhale, sweep that right leg back, find your chaturanga. You can lower down to the knees or you can lower down halfway. Inhale to upward facing dog, shoulders pressing backwards. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Nice, everybody. Feeling strong. When we're ready, inhale the left leg high. Exhale, slowly and softly step forwards. Find your warrior one. So step that right foot forwards, one step. Bend into the front knee. Inhale the hands up. Good. Everyone underestimates warrior one, but it's actually a challenge, yes? Make sure the toes are in line, leaning forwards. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale, reaching up. Find that lengthen, find that length through the spine, lengthening the arms up to the ceiling. Good. Take an inhale and an exhale. Hands down to the floor. Keep the bend in the front knee. Hands or fingers stay on the floor. Find your Jiva squat. Align the knees. Bring your hands to your heart center. Press into your hands. The more you press into the hands, the easier it is. Push the shoulders to the back of the room. Good, take an inhale and an exhale. Bring the hands down, step back to your low lunge. Slow transition with control. Nice, much better, everyone. Good, keeping the hips square to the floor. Slowly lower the back knee down. Take an inhale, hands to the ceiling. And an exhale, hands back down to the floor. Take the back knee off the floor. Good, on your inhale. And then on your exhale, step that left leg back, find your high plank. Good, find the side plank on the left. If you want to go up on the hands, you can. Find that side plank on the left, everyone, for 3. Good, and breathe, smile, for 2. Good, everybody. For 1, come forwards, let's rock all the way over to the right side now. Side plank on the right, for 3. Good, spread the fingers wide, for 2. And 1, come forwards, find your chaturanga. Maybe lower the knees this time. Lower the chest. Inhale to your upward facing dog. And exhale to your child's pose, everyone. Well earned. So sit the heels back. Spread the knees as wide as you can. And then slowly rest the forehead down to the floor. Good. And just catch your breath. I certainly will. So find that length through the spine. Maybe the elbows are touching the floor here, maybe they're not. Try to spread your hands as wide as you can. We're here for a couple of breaths. Maybe come back to that intention as well. Whatever it is you set at the beginning of your class. Good, a couple more breaths. Push your hips back into your heels. Use your hands to push into the floor. Imagine sinking down closer towards the ground. Good, wander your hands over to the right side. Push the left elbow down to the floor, keep the shoulders square. Feel that long side body stretch on the left here. Good. So you're just moving your torso to the right and to the left. The head moves with them too. You might even feel your right rib cage touching your right thigh. Good. Wander the hands all the way over to the left now. Long body stretch to the right. Again, push that right elbow down to the floor. Forehead touching the floor if you can. And again, on this side, you might find the left rib cage touching the left inner thigh. The main aim is to find that long body stretch on the sides, okay? Keep the hips sinking into the heels. Nice, bring your hands back to the middle. Wander them forwards, then lift up to the fingertips, okay? So Open the legs, contracting the shoulder blades out to the side. Breathe for 3. Good, for 2. And 1. Bring your hands back to your heels. Bring your knees together now. Hero's pose. Bring your hands to your thighs. And just find 2 breaths settling in. Sitting up nice and tall. Maybe shift the shoulders up and down. Good. And then lean forwards and try to just find yourself to standing. Maybe rolling all the way up the spine, chin lifting last, and take that sip of water or that water break now, everybody. Okay. Well done so far. Hope you're all feeling good from it. Feeling the challenge. We're working into the legs, okay? So, once we've had that break of water, we'll set ourselves back up, okay? All right, so come back to your mat. Finding our balance, okay? So tree pose is a simple pose, but I want you to focus on that balance, okay? So standing, feet at hips distance apart. Feet distance apart. Relax your shoulders, okay? Sometimes it helps to actually tap your shoulders just to relax them, okay? So shift your weight to your left leg, take the right knee off the floor. Hands either side. So notice my foot is actually away from my body here. It's not tucked in, okay? Away from the body. Good. And then when you're ready, take the sole of the foot and place it in the inner thigh, the calf, or half on the floor, half on the calf. Don't push it into your kneecap. We don't want the kneecap going out to the side. That's not the way the kneecap works, okay? So up close to the groin, in the inner thigh, the calf, or half on the floor, half on the calf, okay? Hands either side, or hands at heart center. Okay, make sure to squeeze your your left leg, your glute, your hamstring, your quadricep, there we go. Your upper leg on that standing side, okay? Good, and relax the shoulders. Very nice. For anyone who wants to grow your branches, maybe reach your arms out to the side. Feel free to try that as well. Hold for 3. Good. For 2, relax those shoulders. For 1. Nice, Sophia. Bring your hands back to heart center. Slowly take that foot away. Don't place it down on the floor just yet. Hold it there and squeeze it in. Interlace your fingers. Pull your kneecap into the chest. Good. For 3. Find that balance. Be nice and still. Working on left foot, left ankle stability for 2. And 1. Nice. Place the foot down on the floor. Give yourself a little shake. Okay, other side here. So, standing nice and tall. Relax the shoulders. Push your weight into your right side. Lift up your left leg. Good. Remember that foot is away from the body. Hands either side. Nice. And then once we found that balance, staring at one point in front of us, we call it our drishti, okay? It's that one thing in front of us that doesn't move. Keep your focus there. And then get ready to place the sole of the foot into the inner thigh. Ooh, a bit wobbly. Bring your hands to heart center. Try to push the knee out to the side as much as you can, helping to open the hips. Good, soften the shoulders. And breathe. Remember that standing leg, we squeeze the quadriceps, we lift up our kneecap and protect the leg, bearing most of the weight. Good, if you want to reach your arms out to the side, grow your branches in yoga. For this posture, good, for 3. Maybe try working on a bit of balance with your eyes, closing one eye, keeping the other open, yeah? For 2. And 1, lovely, bring your hands back to heart center, take that left foot away, bring it in front, hold, and then squeeze it in. Good, lift it up for 3, relax the left leg, the left foot for 2. And 1, nice everybody, step down, shake it out. Woo, let's find ourselves on our backs, on our mat. So make your way down to your back, bring your knees into your chest, move to the left and to the right. Good. Take those legs up above you. So imagine there's a wall behind us, flexing the feet. Imagine the kickboard is on the foot here. Okay, nice flat feet. Feel the length through the hamstrings. Make sure your lower back is engaged with the floor. Okay. If not, we need to shift the pelvis a bit further forward. So an anterior tilt. You might even need to press your hands underneath your lower back to find that position as well. Relax the shoulders. Good. From here, exhale, reach up to your toes, hold and pause. And then lower down. Nice and controlled, lifting up to the toes. And lower down. Use that breath. Exhale as you reach up, shoulders lifted. Inhale as you lower down. Keep it going, everybody. Lift up, pause, lower down. Feel all of your core engage. Lifting up, holding, releasing. Good. Formal. Lift up, pause, release. Keep those feet flexed. You might feel that shaking going on in the legs, in the feet. Keep it going. Good. 2 more. Lift up, pause, relax. Last one. Lift up and pause. Relax. Shoulders down, feet flat on the floor. Wind your feet to the left and to the right. Woo, feels nice in your lower spine here. Finding that gentle rotation in your lumbar spine. Even the thoracic spine, our middle spine, finding some movement here too. Good. So from here, come to stillness. Take your feet out wider than the yoga mat. Okay, so feet are wider than the yoga mat now. Wide stance. Now draw your knees into the middle. You might feel something here, you might not. If you don't feel anything, take the feet out a little bit wider. So dropping the knees in towards the middle, finding a gentle pulling outside of the leg. Breathe for 3. Relax and soften your shoulders. Breathe for 2. Breathe for 1. Good. Toe heel your feet back in line, and then make your way to seated. So sit up nice and tall. Get ready for our boat pose sequence, everybody. Okay, so phase 1, you can have the feet flat on the floor. You can lean your arms back, engage your core. You don't want to round into the shoulder, you want to lift through the shoulders, okay? But I want to feel you locking into that core. Reach your arms at shoulder height as well. So just above the knees is a good example. If you want to go a step further, maybe lift one leg off the floor, or even both. Okay, if you want to go further, for any yogis out there, maybe lengthen both legs. Woo! For 3. Good, challenge yourselves. Breathe for 2. And 1, knees into the chest. Find yourself in a nice tight ball. Keep the chin tucked in, leaning forwards. Good. Come back into your boat pose. Set yourself up. Reaching the arms forwards at shoulder height. Lock in your core. Push the shoulders back. Maybe lift the legs off the floor. Very nice. And flutter the feet. If our feet are lifted, let's flutter, everybody. Let's reach the hands as well. Good. For 3. Let's lean back a little further. For 2. Nice, everybody. For 1. Come back into that nice tight ball. Place your feet on the floor. Cross over the ankles. Good. Tuck the chin in. All right. Let's lower down onto our backs now. Find your laying down position. Let's take our arms and arms over into our streamline hold, okay? So from our streamline hold, what we're going to do is we're going to lift up the core, okay? So lift up our torso. Squeeze and lock in your core. Squeeze your ears either side. If you want to lift up the feet too, let's try and hold that. Squeeze your bottom. Hold and breathe for 3. Good, everybody. For 2. Push the big toes together for 1. And then relax. Ooh, good. Elbows out to the side. If you want to place the feet down and window wipe them to the left and to the right, go ahead and do that as well. Good. We're going to roll onto our fronts now. So make your way to your front, laying on your chest. From here, reach your arms out long, forehead down to the floor. And then bring your hands to your ears. So bring your hands to your ears. Raise the elbows off the floor. Press the big toes together behind you. We're going to exhale, lift up. And then inhale, come back down. Okay, so 5, back extension, lifting up. Feeling the lower back muscles engage. And then gently ease down. Nice, slow and controlled. Once you've done 5, rest here, left shoulder, left cheek to the floor, looking to the right. Arms out long or arms bent. So left cheek to the floor. You can bend your knees as well, everybody. Window wipe them to the left and to the right. Good. This time, reach your arms out long. We're going to lift up the arms in front of us, so a little bit more of an extension. Reach your arms forwards in those equal positions, and then find the legs off the floor as well, pushing into your pubis bone, your tummy muscles. Good, breathe, lift up the chin for 3. Big toes together behind for 2. Find that streamline hold in the arms as well for 1. And then gently rest the forehead down, relax the body. Nice, everybody. Come onto your backs again, swiveling back onto the back. Bring the knees into the chest. And then open up to your happy baby. So grab the inner arches of the feet. So reaching up, place the feet down, flatten the feet, imagine you're stomping on the ceiling. And then naturally let the hips open. The aim is to have your kneecap into your armpit, okay, on either side. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to get there. We might have very tight hamstrings. Maybe our lower back is not completely flat on the floor. But sometimes you may get there. So just start to notice how happy baby feels. Bring some movement here as well. Shimmying the weight to the left and to the right. Good. Bring the knees back in line. Squeeze them into the chest. Lift up your shoulders. Look at your knees. And then exhale, lower your left leg down to the floor. Relax the shoulders. Keep your right knee into the chest. So left leg is long and relaxed. Right knee is tucked in. And then when we're ready, find your supine twist. So right knee comes all the way up and over towards the left side. Wing out your arms wide. Aim is to have the knee on the side touching the floor and the shoulders flat on the floor too. Remember to look to the opposite side of where your knee is. If you need some more support to push that knee closer towards the ground, use that arm on the same side. Good. So again, we're stacking right side of the hip on top of the left side, okay? Looking to the opposite side, slowing it all down. Find that lovely twist and rotation in our spine. Helping our digestive system here in this twisting posture. Settling down, shoulders relaxed. If you want to go deeper, with your arm out on the right, so the arm on the right is free, okay? It has nothing to hold, it's just out on the side. Reach it down and then bend your left leg. Reach down and reach towards the foot. Maybe you grab the foot, maybe you don't. This also helps to flatten the shoulders a little bit further. Good, breathe. For 3. For 2. For 1, very nice. Unravel yourself, come back to the center, bring the knees into the chest, lift up the shoulders, bring the forehead forwards, and then exhale, right leg down to the floor, keep the left knee tucked in, relax the shoulders. Good, squeeze that left knee in as far as you can now. And then when you're ready, take the left knee across to the right side, wing the arms wide, and just notice which side feels a little bit softer, the side which holds the least amount of tension. Again, if that free arm on our left now, we'd like to reach down towards the right foot. Let's bend the right knee, reach down and grab the toes. And naturally that helps to just flatten our shoulders a couple of inches or a couple of centimeters closer towards the ground. And just notice your body softening, holding no tension in the muscles. Not letting the mind wander as well, just focus on your breath. Good, everybody, come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest, squeeze them in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then lengthen your legs long above you. Imagine that imaginary wall again. So flexing those feet, holding the kickboard on top of the feet here, looking at your toes. We're going to move into our plow pose, okay? So plow pose, the aim is to have the feet above the head on the floor, okay? So I'll talk you through it. Whoever is used to plow pose, please go ahead. Keep your head in line, looking up. For those who are getting to know plow pose, draw the feet closer towards you, okay? So keeping the legs as long as you can. Notice your lower back and your tailbone lifts off the floor. Use your elbows either side to push your hips further towards your head, okay? Naturally, your feet will come up and over. Now, keep your knees together if you'd like, or open them to hip distance apart. Now, the aim is to have the feet touching the floor, but it's all about the neck. So relax your neck. Use your hands to support your lower back. You'll find that length and stretch in your calves here as well. Maybe you touch the floor, maybe you don't. Try to stack weight above the shoulders, keeping your neck nice and still. Breathe and hold for 3. You might feel a bit constricted in the breath, but don't worry, we'll come out of it in a second. For 2. Good, keeping the head nice and still for 1. Slowly unravel the spine, back down to the floor. Taking your time, everyone. Arms out wide. And then slowly watch the feet trickle away from the body. all the way down to the floor. Last bit of abs here. If we're lowering the feet slowly, make sure your lower back is locked into the floor. Good. Once the ankles touch the floor, close your eyes and relax and soften in your Shavasana. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths in and out, just to empty out the lungs. Be nice and still, nice and relaxed. Focusing on your breath, how it feels, how it sounds. Letting your body completely rest. No movement. Think of the Shavasana as the warm down after our race, yes. So allowing our body just to cool down. Your Shavasana is a state where you kind of feel that the sense of your body is lifted, okay? It's that outer body experience where we're just focusing on our breathing, noticing the sensations which are going on, connecting with your breath, relaxing and softening our neck, our shoulders, all the way down the body. Notice your breath as well. Maybe bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Where is the breath coming from? Is it coming in and out of the ribs, or is it coming in and out of the tummy? Try to use the tummy, that diaphragm, breathing in and out of the belly, taking the stress away from the shoulders. Come back to that intention as well. Sometimes setting yourself little goals to achieve can make a massive difference to your mood and even your day. But remembering some goals need to be pretty big goals, yes. They may take a bit more time to achieve, but as long as they're there, could be on a personal level, or maybe a swimming level, whatever time you need to get, or a professional level. Relaxing and softening with every exhale. And just notice how your body responds to being calm, being still after movement. Okay, for a couple more breaths. Nice work, everybody. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe nod your head to the left and to the right. Just gently waking up the body. And then slowly roll over to a side position, cradling your head. So maybe bring a hand underneath the head, let it rest on your bicep. Again, soften here. Close your eyes, allow your body to relax again. Just before we become fully awake. Noticing your breath, how it feels, how it sounds. And then slowly push yourself up to seated, taking your time, there's no rush. Good, once you find yourself in seated, bring your hands to your knees. And maybe close your eyes, relax your shoulders again, sit up nice and tall. Again, close your eyes, let's do 5 lifts with the shoulders. So lift up the ears to the shoulders. Oh, sorry, lift up your shoulders to your ears. Hope it made you giggle. That's 1. Lift up again, shoulders to the ears. Roll them back and down. That's 2. Good, that's 3. Lifting up a little bit higher maybe. And rolling down, that's 4. Use that breath, lifting up, taking that inhale. Rolling down, exhale. Good, bring your hands to heart center and then place them above your third eye. So as always, on a Tuesday evening, I look forward to this class so much. I hope that you're learning, growing and getting more connected with your body with each class. Namaste. Thank you.